Right, okay guys, we are back again. I had to take a little break there. I'm heading out somewhere very soon, so I'm going to try and make this quick. So I did cheat a little bit, I'm not going to lie. I recorded the audio with OBS just to save some time. So what we're going to do is we're going to sync up the video. So from playing just a silent video like this to a video with audio like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to sync both of these up. So eventually we're going to have it so it looks like this. So with nice audio that syncs up nice and properly. I did cut down the clip a little bit, so it's not full clip, it's just a tiny little cut, slip it, so I can show you guys what to do. So first guys, what you want to do is you're going to hit the open button, you're going to find your clips, and you're going to import them into your desired editing software. I'm using Vegas Pro 12 at the moment. And what you're going to do is you're going to drag them down to the timeline below. You're not going to need two like what I've got. This is just a finished clip this end, and the unsynced clip here that I'm going to show you how to sync. There are many different ways to sync the audio. The best way I find, if you're using an alt, is to find a desired alt shot that's out of line with everything else. So an alt shot that's like on its own kind of thing. But because I was using an AK, there's a lot of bullets firing at the same time. So what I did is I just kept skipping forward until I went to pick up this AK, and you see how my character puts his hand on the cocking handle before he pulls back, and I switch out the AK. So what I did is I kept skipping forward frame by frame until the guy had his hand fully on the cocking handle like so. So like not here because he's not holding it properly, but here because he's holding it fine. And then I hit S on that, so we've got a split where his hand's on it. And then what I did is I came down below here and I will just play this, and here we go. So he goes to pick up the AK. This is very, very dodgy quality, I'm sorry guys, but it's because I just quickly recorded it. So we're going to keep skipping forward, and then see how that frame that the guy has his hand on the cocking handle, that's what we're going to use. So we're going to hit S there, so we split this as well. We're going to drag this one because the end of this one's going to be synced up with this bit of audio here, so we can just cut that away. Hit Control U so it separates the audio from the video, and then this end's going to be perfectly in line for this other part. So we're going to do exactly the same as what we just did there. Then get to the end, and we're going to split that audio there, and then we can get rid of this middle timeline. And as you can see guys, now see how that audio is perfectly synced. So you can see there that the audio is perfectly synced, just like this one here. So there we go. That is the quickest and easiest way that I found to sync up your audio and video together. Yeah, so that's pretty much all you've got to do guys to sync up your audio and video, and then we're going to move on to the rendering it out and sorting everything else like slow-mo and stuff like that out if you guys want it. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in a second. Hey guys, what's up? We are back again, and now I'm going to show you how to do super duper slow-mo in Sony Vegas Pro 12. So what we're going to go for is we're going to go for something like this. We're going to use a different clip actually, so I can show you guys differently. But we're going to go for this sort of slow-mo, so speeds and then super slow. So you can get some really, really nice shots with this. And then back to normal speed and carries on the clip. You can do this for obviously more than one shot like what I did there, but it's I'll do it for one shot, it seems to be easier. So the first thing what you want to do is, now you've got your clips in, you've got your demo recorded at 600 FPS. That's what this is going to go for. 300 FPS, just half the time, half the amount that I did it for, and you'd be fine. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to drag in our clip that we got. So that's our first clip. And if you're using Sony Vegas Pro, every clip you import, right click, hit switches and disable resample. What this would do is to get rid of a horrible blur that seems to be on the thing for some, like on games for some reason. I don't understand why. I think for actual like real life videos it looks good, but for games it looks horrible. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control C and Control V, and this will copy our clip over. We're going to drag that to the layer below. So we have the exact same clips playing underneath each other. You're probably thinking like, well, that's not slow-mo. It's like, yeah, but this is just so we know where we're standing with this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to skip forward, and I want it to super slow-mo right where this Glock is being lifted up. So I'm going to, right at the beginning, I'm going to have it slow-mo. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to hit Control, sorry, let me actually talk you guys through it. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip forward our clip till you want it to slow-mo. So I want the Glock, so you see how he pulls the Glock slider back? I want it to slow-mo that bit, right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have it, to save time, as his hand goes to pull it back, so you see his hand's moving on this frame, but the frame before is not, I'm going to S that so it splits the clip into 2 different parts. And I'm going to do exactly the same to the bottom one. You're probably thinking, why am I doing this? You understand later on. So now we've got this one sorted here. We're going to click back on this top layer because it's the layer that we're seeing. And we're going to hold this down until he goes to pick up the AK. So as it switches to the AK, so the Glock comes down, the AK gets picked up. See? So I'm going to have it on this frame here just because I don't want the AK in it yet. So we're going to split it like so. So now we're at this. Yeah, now we're like this. We are nice and dandy. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag this top one and the bottom one out the way for the time being because we don't need them. Right, so here we go. This is what I want to slow-mo, that bit right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the bit that I want to slow-mo. So the split that you did on the slow-mo. So in my case, it's, let's move that out of the way. It's this bit right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold control, and you see it have a squiggly line comes underneath the arrows at the end of your clip, and it says time stretch. You're going to hold left control and left mouse button and just drag that out so it can't drag no more. You see it can't go any further, and we're just going to let them both go like that. Now this is slow-mo in itself, so what this has done, this has slowed the clip down in itself, but not as nearly as slow as we want. Well, not as nearly as slow as I want. That's a good for if you're looking for like a short little bit, but now mate, we go all out when we do it. So now we're gonna skip. We're going to. Sorry, yep. No, what we're going to do. Sorry guys, I'm going a bit brain dead at the moment. So we're gonna click on the bit that we've already stretched out to have it nice and slow, and we're gonna click to the beginning of it. We're gonna right click the clip anywhere, and if you're using Sony Vegas Pro 12. Well, you're going to have to use Pro 12 in order to do this bit. You see where it says insert/remove envelope. We're going to click velocity. So now we have this green bar, and you're probably thinking this is still not slow-mo, as you can see. It's still the same amount of slow-mo. I know that. Let's sort it out now. So now I'm going to use this frame to keep going forward. So when I see the end of the barrel appear, so right there, you see the tiny bit of the barrel appearing. I want to use this point, so I'm going to right click. Right, you see where the, how am I going to do this? Right, you see where this green bar and the play line, I can't remember what that's called, but meets. Right on that point, we're going to right click and we're going to hit add point, and that'll add a little green spodge. And now we're going to carry on skipping forward to where we want it to end. So I want it to end as he lets go of the slide. So you see how there's a gap still where the bullets would get ejected. And now it's not. So we're going to add it there. Add another point. So now we have 2 different points. What we're also going to do is we're going to skip forward a frame. 2 frames, sorry. Or should be 3 frames. Yeah, 3 frames. And we're going to right click and add another point. So at the beginning, you don't have to add one at the beginning because there's already one here. This is like... It's already there, so you don't need to worry about the beginning. But where you want it to actually super slow-mo to actually end, you need to add a point as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to this first little spodge we made. We're going to right-click, and you see we have all these options appear. What we're going to do is you can even reverse it. But what we're going to do is we're going to go set to, and I'm going to set it to 10%. So 90% slower than what it's actually playing at. And I'm going to do the same for the second one. So 10% as well. And as you can see, we have like a line that comes down, which smooth slow-mo into super slow-mo, and then a quick back up into the normal slow-mo. That makes sense for you guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the beginning of the clip, and we're going to have a look and see how it goes. See how it's super slow, and then back to normal. Obviously, you can make it longer, and you can spend more time on it and make it look nicer. But in my case, I'm not going to bother. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the end look nice. So what it is as we pull that down, so we need to have a look at the end, where we're going. So at the end, the clock's just being pulled back. So on the copy that we made of the top one, we need to find where the clock's just being pulled back. So it's just about to be released. As it just about to be released, or is it being... Yep, he's just released it. As you can see, his hand comes off right at the end. So we're going to do the same for this one. We're going to skip back to where his hand just comes off. So as you can see, it's there. And his hand's coming off. See it? And that frame there. So what we're going to do is we're going to split that there. And we can get rid of this first split that we made. Drag that one to there. And what this will do now, and then in these two copies at the end here, we can just drag one of them over. And it will carry on the clip as normal. So we can get rid of this bottom one and this beginning bit. So what this will do now is, as we super slow-mo the Glock being pulled back, it will go back into normal time. You see what I mean? Oops, didn't mean to click that button. So as it goes super slow-mo, as you obviously can see, there's not the full clip there. Like the whole clip, it releases, and it's already switched, as you can see. Because this end frame is his hands coming off, so it's not long enough. Obviously you can mess around with this and make it all different times, so you can make it go super quick, but you see super slow-mo, back to normal, off to the normal clip. And then which takes me on to this next part. So as I start shooting here, I'm going to do the same thing once again, which is this beginning bit here. As he comes around the corner, start shooting slow-mo as you like. There you go, see that was one bullet firing, back to normal clip, and carries on playing. So like with this, guys, obviously these are not good examples of what I've used here, but I mean, you can literally put these anywhere. So like I was saying, if you lob the grenade and the grenade's coming over about to pick up a few kills or pick up a kill or something, you can have the grenade fly through the air in really slow-mo. Or when the characters leave the spawn and you're trying to go for a chill effect frag movie or something, we can have it as they leave, you can have it like that, so like really slow-mo and nice and really good. Anyway guys, that was pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. That's a slow-mo effect that you can do in Vegas. Yeah, so that's the slow-mo effect. Now we're going to move on to actually rendering your clip out as soon as you're finished. So I'll catch you guys in a second. Adios. So guys, we are finally at the end. A lot of you guys are probably happy or not. I'm not sure. I'm not happy. Well, actually, no, I am kind of happy. But anyway, now I'm going to go through the rendering and the rendering settings that I use to render out my projects in Sony Vegas. You guys might disagree and like different ones. You can head over and try out different channels and their rendering techniques. But this is my personal rendering technique that BroShowTV in general, well, my videos use all together. So anyway, let's jump straight into this. So I'm going to use this first clip here as I showed you in the point chapter before, how it's super slow-mos and that. I'm going to show you how I would render this out for a video. Obviously you can add like color correction and stuff like that on top before you render it out, but in this tutorial purposes I'm not going to. So right, okay, so what you want to do is, if you've got multiple clips, which I have, and I do this anyway just to be safe, because you don't want to look like an idiot and only render out a tiny bit. What I do is, you see at the top, right at the beginning here, you'll have these little white, you have a little yellow thing. So what you want to do is you want to grab one. You see how it how they drag apart. Drag this one here, so you see as like the back end of it. So you'll be able to drag them to the length of your clip. So you have the triangles like that. So they snap onto the end, as you can see. They snap on and they have a bit of give. So that's good. And then this one, make sure it's at the beginning. So now you've got your clip. This will show you the part that you're going to render out. And now we're going to go up to the top here, and you see like we have this render as button next to the properties one. We're going to click that, and what this will do is to open up our render page. Well, it should open up our render page. Here we go. So obviously choose the file where you want it to save on. Just save it in ready to upload. And you won't have those settings, you'll have these ones. I'm pretty sure. Yep, you will. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to have a flick through, and you see where it says Windows Media Video V11. You're going to find where it says that. So my one's here. Scroll down and there'll be what was this originally? That's what I want to know. The original name for that is, I'm pretty sure it was just the bottom one. Yeah, it was. So you're going to choose the bottom one of the Windows Media video. So choose the very bottom one, and I've renamed it obviously, and you're going to click the little star next to it, and what this will do, this will save it into your favorites, so right here, and we're going to hit customize template, and what this will do is open up our page here where we can customize things. So obviously rename it like what I've done, which confused me for a second. So I've renamed it as YouTube videos, so I know what my videos are, but I'm going to have a different one for frag movies at another point, but it's going to be the same sentence as this, don't worry. That's probably really confusing, I don't even know why I said that. Yeah, let's go. So what we're going to do is obviously we're going to include audio. We're going to have the mode as CBR, the format as Windows Media 9.2, attributes as 192 kilobytes per second, 48 kilohertz a second, and stereo AV CBR. So that's our audio one set. We're going to click over at the bottom, we're going to click to video. Now this is the one you proper want to listen to. Our mode's going to be CBR. Our format's going to be Windows Media Video 9. Image size is going to be obviously custom, and then we can implement our own image size. So my image size is going to be 1920 by 1080. Our pixel aspect ratio is just going to be 1. And our frame rate, you can choose which frame rate you want, but I go with 60 FPS or 59.94 FPS. Seconds per frame as 5. Override default compression buffer 3. Sorry about that. And video smoothest, you just want to drag, because it'll be around about here or something, you want to drag that all the way up and make it sharpest. So that's your video settings sorted. Now you're going to go to bitrate, and this bitrate you're going to make sure the internet/LAN is ticked at 10M, and that is it. That's all you need to do. Oh, actually no, go to project at the end, and you're going to go video rendering quality as best, and then leave everything else, and that is that sorted. You can hit OK on that, and that will create, well, for some reason it's created me a second one, so I'm just going to delete that. I don't want you in here, just go away. There you go. And now we're just going to highlight the one we want and hit render. And what this will do, it depends how powerful your machine is, but it can render at different times. It will freeze at certain points because it's trying to sort out the slow-mo. As you can see, it's super slow-mo. It's like, wait a second, that's really slow. But yeah, it's trying to render that all out for us. So I'm going to leave this to render out, and we're going to have a minute. So I'll catch you guys as soon as this is finished rendering. Okay guys, so we're just about to finish this rendering out. We've got 2 seconds left, so let's leave it to finish up what it's doing. And 100 is going to make a ding noise for me. As soon as it's finished rendering, there we go. So now just hit open, make sure it rendered out nice and properly. There we go, look at that. As you obviously guys, that was super slow-mo. We've got to watch that back again. I love slow-mo, like just the way that AK moves. So obviously if I was doing this for a frag movie, what I'll do is I'll cut out the arm and the AK and everything like that, and I'll have that pasted and with just cinematics and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it guys. That is literally how Tweedy probably does it differently to me, but how I record my clips and render them and record audio, and that's it guys. So we're finally at the end. This video is going to be probably rather long, so I'm going to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you stuck around till the end. I hope the contents page helped out a lot. Let me know in the comments below if you like the contents page and I should do more of these on tutorial purpose videos like this one. And also tell me guys if you want me to release a frag movie or something, because I'm going to give you, anyone that's watched to the end of this video, I'm going to give you a slight taster of our channel, what is to come. So we've got a special BF4 frag movie that's going to have a lot of editing inside it. We're going to have an edit, a CSGO edit, just normal frag clips, this video here, my top 5 which I've already released, over edits, a special frag movie. You guys are not going to know when this one's coming. And we also, guys, as a secret, we have a maybe, we're not sure if this is still going to carry on, but we're going to have a unturned series. We're not sure whether we're going to carry this on because we've been having problems with it, but we might. So that's a special little taster for you guys that tuned in right to the very last second. So like this video if you enjoyed the tutorial, and hope I helped you out. I hope you right. Okay, yeah, I need to go. I'm not talking properly. Like this video if you enjoyed this tutorial, and comment below if I helped you guys out or not. So I'm going to say thank you once again, guys, and thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys in the next chapter. Adios, guys. See you later.